Well, can you believe it? There's only one more month exactly until Pokemon Sword and Shield are finally released. And can't say I'm really excited, to be honest. Yeah, with all of the stuff that they showcased over the past 5 or 6 months, I don't see what the real hype is with this game so far. I'm honestly quite disappointed with the lack of information we're getting. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a few things that I do find interesting. I do like the wild area, how expansive that is and stuff, especially with the last big leak or whatever. It's massive compared to like a lot of other areas in really any game. And there's some interesting things that I like, along with how the gym battles are presented, with the very few that we've seen, and also the Pokemon Camp, which is like the upgraded version of Pokemon Me, if you really think about it, with a little bit more interactivity. Now that's something that I do like, and I'm looking forward to. But with that being said, what else really is there besides the Dynamax Gigantamax gimmick and the possibly monetized raid battles? Joking, maybe. Really, besides that, all they really showed is maybe like Team Yell and a couple of towns, but that's really it. Even now, we're 30 days away from the time I'm recording, and we don't even know what the starter evolutions are yet. I could have, correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that Sun and Moon already revealed that, like, well before this point, in terms of, like, days away from launch. So, what are they hiding? It seems to me like they're drip feeding content just enough every so often to keep you interested in the game. But for me, it just, I'm sorry, I still do not see the appeal with this. Which is a shame because I want to enjoy this game and I want to give it a chance. But I also don't want to have a repeat like Omega Ruby and feel like I freaking wasted my money. But yeah, I want to feel like I actually got value with this game. And buying the double bundle does not count as value, Game Freak and Pokemon Company. No. Why would I spend money on 2 games when I don't even find either one of them to be interesting so far? One of the perfect examples is the recent live stream with the whole forest thing. I don't even remember the name of the forest, whatever. But literally the only thing that they showed within that whole 24-hour live stream is Galarian Ponyta. Why? That seemed like more of a troll than anything else. To be honest, if you took out the first 22 hours of that stream and just seen the last 2 hours, would have been the same exact result, same exact experience. The first 22 hours was just a bunch of build-up just for, oh, okay, Ponyta's now unicorn. Yay. Galarian forms aside, because I'm not really into those, to be honest, the whole Pokemon selection is still being like gradually revealed over time, whether Game Freak intends it or not. It seems like some things are accidentally slipping through thanks to Cerebi and its investigators. But it's still this whole game of who's going to be in it, who's not. I kind of wish we would get something a little bit more so we could stop hoping and just get disappointed in the end, because that's not what we want. Yes, I understand you can't literally give everything out all at once because you want to keep people interested, and it would completely spoil the entire game. Yes, I get it. But with the little content that they have shown so far out of since E3 up until now, it just seems like a big red flag to me. The most interesting things, whether I like it or not, that appeal most in this game, in my opinion, are the Dynamax forms, the couple of gyms that they had in presentation with that, the quote-unquote balancing of the game to keep competitive play a thing, the wild area, and the Pokemon Camp. But other than that, there really isn't anything. There has been some Galarian forms that have been released, very barely. I still think that whole live stream was pointless. You could have just posted it, or had a 30-minute reveal or something. I understand what they were going for, but it was very badly executed, that's for sure. Just my luck. Well, I shit you not. The moment I'm recording this, Cerebi just posts, oh, they're gonna do another reveal tomorrow. Well, screw it. I'm still putting it up today anyway. But hopefully, this isn't, like, I keep thinking that. Every time there's upcoming reveals, there's a live stream, there's something, like, I keep thinking in the back of my mind, ooh, maybe something's gonna be good. No, it's just one little tiny thing. That's what I fear most about this so far, is the fact that it is so close to launch now, but yet the amount of information that we keep getting is so minuscule. It just seems like they're hiding the fact that there's not a lot to this game. And I don't want that to be the case. In fact, I think someone data mined the certain download size, so I think this game is going to be just over 10 gigabytes of memory, which seems like a lot. It's beating Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee by double. Actually, about 6. But here's the thing. The max size of one of those cartridges is 32 gigs. So it may be double of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which, to be honest, isn't saying that much. But if, on the other side, they're not even using half the space of that cartridge they could. There's plenty of other games on the Switch that have utilized the space better. So that might be a problem too. Size isn't everything, it's also the presentation. I just wish that they would focus more on actual new stuff instead of the same stuff we've been looking at for the past several months. They've been focusing on the wild area portion, which I get it. That's probably where most of the effort went into the game, if I'm being honest. And that's why they keep going back to it. Oh, you can do this in the game. You can interact wildly in the game. You can do all these different things. Oh, it's the biggest area of the entire game. What about the rest of it? Is there a reason why you're not telling me anything else? I mean, I think the only reason why the starting town was even revealed was because it was accidentally revealed in a demo or something. There needs to be more. There really needs to be more with this game. So far, I'm not looking forward to it as much as I want. Sure as hell didn't pre-order this thing. No, absolutely not. Rule number 1 of video games in this generation is never pre-order anything unless you're 100% sure. Don't look at the starters and go, you're cute, I'm buying the game. That you might be fucking yourself with that one. You might need to look at the scenery behind them 3 and actually see what this game has to offer as a whole. Because for now, it just seems like, just another generic Pokemon game, but now on a home console. First ever home console game. Yes, I know Coliseum exists. Some of you gave me crap in the comments last time. That doesn't count. That's a spinoff. But yeah, other than that, I'm not feeling it. I say this with not very much enthusiasm. Hopefully the next reveal of data will be interesting. And on a side note, this is technically the second part of this video, which if you don't really care about a certain yellow dragon, you might not even give a shit about this at all, so the regular video is done, you can turn it off now. But I've been doing some speculation and stuff, and the more I keep thinking about it, the more worried and riddled with anxiety I get. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, there's now, I think, 9 different dragon types in the game, and most of them are pseudo-legends. And if you want to count another pseudo-legend, I think also Tyranitar's in the game as well. I mean, the ones on the top of my head, we have Tortonator, Goodra, Como-O, Hyfuckface, and Haxorus. And, I mean, Charizard doesn't really count, but I guess I do anyway. But there's a lot of dragons. Oh, Flygon too. Sorry, buddy. I always forget about you. Sorry. But that's a lot of dragon types in the game already. And you would think by now, Dragonite would be revealed. So there's multiple reasons why he hasn't yet, and this frightens me. Number 1, he was in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, so they're not including him in the game. which is to be honest is kind of bullshit because the assets and the programming and the coding is already there, so you got no excuse in that department. It's maybe to quote unquote balance the game, but you have so many other damn dragons in the game. That's not an excuse. Here's the other thing, and this is a prediction I was making in my last discussion of Sword and Shield, the last live stream that I did. I think Dragonite is going to get a Galarian form. And I fucking hate saying that. Why else would he not be revealed yet? They have been changing so many Gen 1 Pokemon over the years. It started with the Mega Evolutions, where it seemed like so many Gen 1 Pokemon had to be quote unquote updated because they were too boring or no one really liked them much anymore. Charizard's one of them. I don't think anybody likes the original anymore. And then the whole Alolan form things was strictly Gen 1. And now we're seeing another pattern with the Galarian forms with, I don't think Sirfetch'd counts, but I think Ponyta and Weezing do. I think Dragonite's time for updating has finally come, and I dread the day this happens. But yes, I think he's going to get a Galarian form. If he were to get a Gigantamax form, the regular Dragonite character would already have been revealed already, without a doubt in my mind. So most likely, unless they're combining the two elements together, regular Dragonite will not be in this game. I can guarantee that at this point. So many other just as popular, if not more popular, dragons have already been in it that it would make no sense to not have one of the original dragon types in this game. He's actually been in every single generation. I think you can get him in every single generation with the exception of 3. With regular Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. The only way to get him is with Fire Red Leaf Green, which technically doesn't count. I mean, it does and it doesn't, but in terms of like the main games, I mean, the main actual games of that generation, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, you cannot get Dragonite in that game. Every other game, you can. So it wouldn't really make any sense to me to not have Dragonite in that game, in Gen 8, to be honest. I mean, unless for some reason everyone's sick of him and you just don't want him in it, which, alright, I get it. But, yeah, I don't want to know what it looks like. I've seen some of the Alolan forms don't look half bad. I think the only ones I do like is Marowak and Raichu. The other ones, no. Especially Golem and Weezing. Why do they need to add hair and facial hair to everything? So help me God if they do that to him next. It's just a lot of the designs, like, it just seems like they're trying way too hard, or it's just some of the designs just look like, I don't know, they look more of a joke than they do an actual design. I mean, luckily Mega Evolution isn't in the game, so I don't have to worry about that crap happening to him. But yeah, I mean, it literally burns my chest saying this, but I have a feeling it's gonna happen. I have a feeling that his time has finally come and he's gonna get the update treatment. That that all the cards are lining up right now. It's either he's not in the game at all, which, to be honest, I'd rather have that. Be banned from the Galar region instead of being completely changed. Or there's a specific reason why they've been hiding his species lineup this whole time. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but they've already screwed 2 of my teammates. The other one, the last remaining one, is well overdue. It's inevitable at this point. I dread the day when that happens, and I can't wait until this game is released so I know the answer and how bad the damage is, if there is any. But yeah, that's just coming from a huge Dragonite fanatic, and I had to get that point across. Hopefully, Big Ill Buddy survives the update bug, or the update virus, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm honestly shocked he didn't get a Mega Evolution, and an Alolan form wouldn't make any damn sense since he's already a marine tropical dragon, so having him change to a different tropical form wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, yep, I have a feeling it's gonna happen. My gut is screaming with that. It's not a good scream. It's quite annoying. And all it does is make my blood boil. But hopefully Big Yellow Buddy can survive. But other than that, that is all I have to say. Other than me having anxiety attacks from looking at the update list on Cerebi, Sword and Shield has not really been having any interesting stuff besides several things. But that's not enough to sell me on the game. Hopefully things change. Hopefully the next, like I said before, hopefully the next updates that they have are interesting and keep people hooked on it or more interested into buying it. But I'm going in it with optimism, and we'll see what happens. Well, only time will tell. I'm still not pre-ordering the game. Hell, no. Never, ever pre-order anything.